Hi everyone, welcome to this Thursday's Facebook Live. Let me adjust this. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So let's see if we can get some people on. I'm excited to be back for our weekly Facebook Live, and I have some important announcements about what's happening with Facebook Lives for the next several weeks, as well as just general updates about astrology and offerings. Hi Nita, how are you? So we'll give it a couple seconds, see if we can get some more people on. Nita, if you feel comfortable to share this video, that always helps. Thanks. It's been a bit of a roller coaster day, but as to be expected with new moon in Cancer and a partial solar eclipse day. So, well, I'll just kind of jump into some astro updates now. People can always watch this on replay. So, as of right now, the astrology. So we are in Cancer season still. We have a new moon in Cancer. New moons happen when the sun conjuncts the moon, meaning that the moon and the sun are in the same sign. This is a pretty significant new moon because it's also got a partial solar eclipse with it, which is important. Eclipses create change in our lives, and hi Brandy, they initiate energetic changes that take about up to 6 months to be fully integrated. So whatever's coming up for you in your life right now, maybe you're starting to get the awareness that you'd like to make certain changes, or you're starting to get maybe clarity on an idea of something you do want to take action on, or maybe, you know, it could be a number of things, right? It could be change in the form of just an idea or an urge, or just I've had enough, this is what I want to do now, all the way up to like a massive change. Like in my life, I'm actually preparing for a major trip. I'm leaving on Monday and I'll be away abroad for about 4 weeks. And I'm starting a new job, my training is abroad, so major changes are happening in my life, and not so much related to this eclipse, but I'm actually experiencing the repercussions of like an eclipse that was earlier in the year, along with some other transits going on in my chart that are finally coming to physical form. So it's an exciting time, but especially with this new moon in Cancer and the eclipse, it's very emotional. I'm a really strong earth sign with air. I have like 0 water in my chart except for my Pluto, and I myself was crying today, like just having emotions come through and really just feeling a lot of emotional energy about different situations and different people and just so many things. And it's very Cancer. Cancer is feelings and sensitivity and moods and emotion. It's associated with the moon. So if you've been feeling really sensitive or moody or emotional today, definitely the new moon in Cancer with the eclipse is probably at fault, because it's just really showing you how you really feel, so that you can, through those feelings, really gain insights and understanding so that you can take action and make changes accordingly. So that's the major astrological stuff. I will be working on a moon report newsletter issue for the new moon in Cancer, so definitely make sure you're on my email list for that. I send those out bi-monthly, and I'll put my email here in case anybody needs it, whether they're watching live or on replay. In terms of business offerings, because I'm going to be away and there's going to be a pretty significant time difference, it may be more difficult to have a Healing Cloud session with me on the site. Your first session is free. But if you are in that time zone, if you're in Australia or close to it, it may work out great. So I guess if you're interested in that Healing Cloud special, send me a message, we can chat about it. If not, when I get back would be better. But in any of my digital offerings or customized offerings where I prepare recorded audios, all of that will still be fine. I have lots of spiritual curriculums for sale, which usually I talk about in my Facebook Lives. And I'm not feeling called to mention any exact particular one right now, so we'll see kind of what comes through. Otherwise, we'll kind of jump into some card pulls here. Let's see if we can get some more people on. So if you're on and you feel comfortable to share this video, I would super duper appreciate that. Let's see if we can get some more people on and get a nice group going. And And I'm curious if anybody has, this is pretty significant astrologically, some of the stuff that's going on. So if anybody has questions about astro stuff, I could feel that now. Not specific to your chart, that would be a personal reading with me. But I'm happy to answer any questions about that, and then we'll move into cards. So I don't know how many people we have on. It says 1, but it looks like we've had more. I can't really tell. So if you're here and you'd like a card pull, leave a comment. Leave a note in the comments below that you would like a card pull. And the way that I do the card pulls is general readings, as well as I try and do the readings in the order of the way in which they appear in the feed. Yay, thank you for sharing. Let's see if we could get some more people on. It's a bit quiet tonight, but I did start it a bit earlier than I have in the past, so that might be why. All right, so Norma Ashwin. So I've got something fun for you guys too. Oh, it says, let's see, can you guys see me okay? It said that the connection wasn't good, but it looks like we're back. Can you see me okay? And hear me okay? So quiet on this live. Okay, good. I'm sorry, Brandy. Let's all send prayers to Brandy so she can get good signal. She doesn't have good signal where she lives, and she's working on manifesting her way out of there. So if you can send any love to Brandy Hardin her way, she would very much appreciate it, and it's needed. So I'm going to do something fun with you guys. These are actually little affirmation cards that I did not create the affirmations, but I did create the cards. They came from a different book that I was working through, and I made them into little cards. So I want to pull one of those for you guys, just as a cute little thing for tonight. And then I have 2 different decks. I have Angel Tarot, as well as Wisdom of the Oracle. Yay! Thank you, sister. Yes, and those that are on, if you're able to send love Brandy's way, if you could just comment hearts or just take a minute and just hold her in your prayers, that would be really appreciated. She's a super close spiritual sister of mine, and she's going through a really hard time where she's living and she needs love. So that would be appreciated. Okay. All right, so let's see here. All right, so for you, Norma Ashwin, let's pull from this. So you got Begin Again, Begin Again, and then from Wisdom of the Oracle. That's just a fun little one, the ones in there. From Wisdom of the Oracle, so what does Norma Ashwin need to know right now? You got Why. So this means that you might be doing a lot of questioning right now in your life. You know, this is number 31, which is an angel number, and you could see here that she's kind of really moving in close to the book, and the book has angel wings on it. So this could also be a cue for you to really sit quietly and talk to your angels, maybe doing some automatic writing or some journaling or some prayer. And then from Angel Tarot, what does Norma Ashwin need to know right now? You got 4 of Air, which is time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision, meditation may provide answers. And then you got 7 of Air, which is plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So Norma Ashwin, we have a lot of, and again, remember that eclipses are very chaotic energy, right? I was talking about that at the beginning. So, you know, you have kind of an interesting spread here because you have this questioning card. We have cards related to kind of needing to take a breast. I was thinking of break and rest, and I said breast. Needing to take a break. That's pretty funny. Oh man. Okay. Needing to take a break and a rest, right? And connect with your guides and your angels and what they have to say, as well as maybe really looking at the plans. Is there some tweaking that needs to be made before you proceed? So Norma Ashwin, these are a lot of cards about slowing down. You might be doing a lot of questioning internally and really kind of getting into a more receptive place, maybe through just taking a nap or going away somewhere or meditating in some way. And maybe there's some type of revision, or maybe you need to kind of like, maybe you were thinking that you were going one way, but now you realize that emotionally maybe that's not the best for you and you need to change course and go over here. And remember that Cancer new moon with the eclipse stirring up a lot of our feelings. Cancer rules the moon and moods and emotions and all of that. It's associated with the heart and the lungs. So yeah, this is very much about you getting in touch with your feelings and how do you truly feel, you know? So I'm glad, Norma Ashwin. And you had that little one there, begin again, which is, I really like those little guys. And it fell off my desk and I was like, you know what, I'll do it on the live because that feels good. All right, so. All right, so Brandy Hardeen, I'm gonna do card pulls for you next. Hi, Queen. You're so welcome, Norma Ashwin. I feel like that was a solid reading, so hopefully that gave you some guidance and some direction. Okay, so Brandy, hopefully you're okay with connection. I see some love hearts from you. By the way, guys, if you feel called to send love hearts or likes, I really do enjoy seeing them. They really brighten me up, and sometimes I go back and rewatch parts of my live, and I just love to see who's given hearts, and it just fills me with joy. So if you feel called to send love hearts or emoji reactions, I do enjoy that. Okay, awesome. Good. Yes, I understand, Brandy. Thank you guys for the hearts. Yay, thank you, Queen. That means a lot to me. My word of the year was valued. So I really want to continue to expand, putting myself into situations and with people that truly value me. So it means a lot that you feel that way, because that tells me that I am of value to you in your life, and that means a lot to me. So, all right, so Brandy Hardeen, let's see, from this. So Brandy Hardeen, you got feed your mind. It might be backwards actually for you guys, but it says feed your mind. So what I'm thinking too is like maybe things like coloring or crafting or like getting out of your head and into a more creative space with the way that your mind could be fueled would be really good for you, Brandy, right now. I know, right? And let's see here. So what does Brandy need to know right now? All right, so for you, Brandy, you got, let's actually check here. Is this for Brandy? This for Brandy? Okay. All right, so for you, Brandy, you got, it's funny, number 7, to the sea. So this is about connecting with the water element. If you can take a trip to the beach or the ocean, or even at the least, if you could even take a bath, that would be really good. So I feel like connecting with the water element right now, use the energy of this Cancer new moon. I went to the ocean last night, and to be honest, it was mixed. There were some negative experiences with where I was at because I went too late, and then there were some interesting people there. But I did actually have a ritual that I offered prosperity herbs to the ocean as a blessing offering and a prayer to ask for safe passage before my journey to Australia. And it really was very magical visiting the ocean during new moon in Cancer, and I would definitely recommend it if you can get to the ocean now. Sometime, remember that full moon or that new moon energy holds for 3 days. So if you can get to the ocean sometime this week, that would be really great. If you can't, just a regular body of water or at the least a bath would be really important right now, connecting with the water element. So for you, Brandy, it's all about that, connecting with the water element in some type of way. And I think that's going to provide you with some clarity in some ways too. Because what I like is that you got, good, I'm glad, Brandy, you got 4 of fire. Contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So this is actually with that dragon energy. So this is protective. The number 4 is about angels, right? And fire is about creativity and movement. So, you know, it's saying like the successful completion of a project. So sister, since I know you really well, I feel that this might be saying too that maybe like your time where you are at has come to an end, and it's time for you're maybe coming to terms that the emotional project or like the emotional reasons that you moved where you moved, maybe they serve their purpose now and it's time to move on. Because really what you want is what this says, a happy home life, right? So it's like now you're getting ready to say, okay, I've gotten in touch with the way that I feel, and now I recognize that I am deserving of a happy home life, and I'm ready to make this change, make these moves happen, you know? So this card is a little bit maybe future, but I think it's really good. Good, I'm so glad, sister. And I can relate to that. All right, so let's see. Let's go back up here. And let's see where we're at. Yay, I'm so glad, sister. That is good. We like when they resonate. All right, so Cheryl Walgren, you are next. So does Cheryl need to know? So Cheryl, you got, does it feel right? Does it feel right? Cheryl Walgren, need to know and you got poised. These are good cards, Cheryl Walgren. You got number 48, poised. This means like you're ready. You might be more ready than you think for some type of new chapter, a new adventure in your life. This is like the card about just like you're completely in alignment now with who you are and where you're going in your life, so you're more energetically aligned to take action to move forward in your life. This comes with the Magician, Archangel Raziel. So this is all about being like a divine creator of your life and manifesting and getting what you want. So this says you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So I feel like for you, the message, Cheryl Walgren, is really that you're more ready than you think you are. And maybe you have to really ask yourself, like, is that thing that I'm trying to pursue actually worth pursuing? Am I really as into that as I thought I was? Because maybe you're a lot more ready to start a new chapter in your life and to really manifest and be more in the archetype of the Magician, which is about really manifestation and making amazing things happen in your life. So really good cards there for you, Cheryl Walgren. Hopefully you got that. Hi, Hilma Rose. So Hilma Rose, I had the download recently. I was meditating today, and I had the guidance that I think I'm going to work on some of those written documents for you on my plane ride, because it'll be good for me to have some written projects to do on that super long plane ride. So I'm excited about that. But I just wanted to let you know in case, just in case you were expecting them this week, since I'm still in the midst of packing and getting lots of preparations done and trying to see some friends before I leave as well. Good, I'm glad, Cheryl Walgren. Perfect. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Nita, if you're here still, I will pull cards for you. Okay, so let's see, what does Nita need to know right now? So Nita, you got look up. So this is like, let's look at the positives. Let's focus on the good. And for you, Nita, we're also getting What does need to know right now? Okay, so both from Wisdom of the Oracle. You got To Be Fair, number 38. This is a card about justice, right? So you could see here that there's basically, I don't know if you could see it, but there's two like, almost like weighing pans, and there's a fortune cookie on one, and then there's a pearl on the other. So this is about weighing things out, really looking at the pros and the cons, really kind of looking at things from a more unbiased place and just being fair. And also, if you notice, there's an owl on top of her head. So this is also about being wise and like using wisdom to inform the way that you react or think or feel. Let me grab this here. And then we also got Breathe, which is just let's take some time to just connect with that air element. We have a lot of water energy right now. The sun's in Cancer, moon's in Cancer, double water, right? So let's take time to just breathe and weigh things out fairly. Let's look at things from a more objective perspective, and let's also try and really think positively about it. Look up. Look up. So I feel like those are really good cards, and I can definitely relate to these. As most of you know, because I spoke about this in my last Facebook Live, I'm preparing for a really huge trip. I'm actually going to Australia for 4 weeks, and just recently, like in the past 24 hours or so, I've started getting kind of like negative Nancy about the fact that it's their winter and I have to pack these winter clothes, and like it's not gonna be as cold though as our winters in the Northeast by any means, but I mean it's definitely bizarre because it's like 80 degrees here and it's like 40 degrees there, 40 to 60 degrees. And it's just so funny how we can get on a slippery slope, you know, how it's like we think of ourselves, we think of a situation negatively, and then it snowballs and it's like it gets more and more and more, and we really have to catch ourselves and snap ourselves out of that, right? Because in my case, it's like it's a dream come true that I'm going to Australia. I am going and I'm starting a new job, so it's like a new chapter of my life. It's really exciting, you know, because it's a work trip, but also I'll have time to explore. I, of course, didn't pick when I was going. So it's like, that's just the trade-off, right? That I'm going in their winter because that's what works out for when I'm starting a new job. But it's like, I have to be fair, really look at the fact that I'm getting like an all expense paid trip to Australia, right? So to be fair, that has to be weighed into the story, right? And it's a dream location that I've been wanting to visit for so many years in my heart. I have several friends there that I can meet up with, and you know, so the fact that it's going to be chillier than it is by me, when I really look at the pros and cons, it's so minimal in the scheme of things. So that's how you do. Thank you so much, Nita. I appreciate that. Yeah, and hopefully my story maybe helps you, Nita, too, just that it's, you know, and especially with the Cancer energy, which is a lot about, you know, emotions and moodiness. You might even find yourself feeling like more negative or just moody about situations that maybe you need to kind of take a step back and not be so caught up in the emotions or the moods about it. You know, like at the end of the day, if I have to pack a scarf and tights, whatever, you know, it's like I'm still getting to see the locate, like I can catch up with sunshine when I get back. Like you have to sometimes really catch yourself and snap out of that moodiness, you know, because it doesn't always do good things for you. So I feel like with you, Nita, maybe we need to really look at, maybe actually sit down and write out a pro and con list. Like what are all the pros, what are all the cons? And you'll start to see, like, you know, if, and this is just a good general rule of thumb for a lot of people, if sometimes we get caught up in our head in the emotions and we could tip ourselves into the one negative, but it's like actually there's like 10 positives, you know? So, you know, it's okay. Like we have to sometimes get outside of that and just really put the pen to the paper and really kind of look at it and really compare and contrast it in that way. So maybe you can do that about some things you're going through with that topic. Yeah, and I love that, Queen, divine order. But you see how it's such a slippery slope when you start thinking like negatively, you know? It really is. Like in my case, like I have a whole long list of positives about the situation, but just in the past 24 hours with the new moon in Cancer, I'm like negative Nancy about the one thing that's, you know, maybe not as desirable as I would like, but that's okay, you know. Probably make me appreciate the sunshine and the warmth when I come back here all the more. So, all right. Plus, it's interesting because I feel like I've been having really bad allergies to the heat and the humidity here, and I feel like my body needs like a change of scenery anyway. So there's always a way to reframe things and look at things more positively, you know? Okay. All right, so Queen. All right, there we go, Queen. All right, so let's see, what does Queen need to know right now? For some reason, I'm getting to do 2 of these for you. So you got self-care day, as well as take a different route. Take a different route. So I'm wondering if you were maybe thinking about going back to something you knew before, or steering in a direction that you maybe were familiar with, but actually, is it really in your best interest for you to do that? Maybe you need to kind of just give yourself some self-care and really look at that. What does Queen need to know right now? Could not be more perfect for that message about self-care. You got time for a nap. Which, and again, with the moon, this is all Cancer energy too, right? But this actually came up in the reverse position, which is also saying that either you're really not taking a nap, or maybe you've been resting a lot, and maybe it actually would be helpful to you to start moving in some type of way. But with this Cancer energy, it is a lot about slowing down. When the moon moves into Leo in a couple days, that's going to really uplift the energy. Or sorry, Leo and then Virgo, and that's going to really uplift the energy. Okay. All right, well, let's see what we got from Angel Tarot, because that's a good deck for that too. But I mean, you did get take a different route, Queen, so I feel like that could be in alignment with it. And what I'm getting too is you have this self-care day, and you have time for a nap, so I'm wondering if maybe you could take a day off and really kind of meditate and sit with this decision, maybe away from the work environment, and just kind of feel into the decision before you do it, you know? But like I said at the beginning of this live, the eclipses bring change. So there's a lot of change coming up in people's lives, just in different ways, depending upon where it is in your chart. And the change, what we're experiencing now is the final things of eclipses we experienced at the beginning of the year, because eclipses take up to 6 months to fully integrate. So now we've got new eclipses that are being put into effect today, and then at the end of this month, those will be initiating changes which will take the from now until 6 months to fully integrate. So if that makes sense. So we're receiving the final products of what was initiated for us energetically 6 months ago. Okay, so let's see, what does Queen need to know right now about this? So you got 6 of Water. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So this is a card too about being very stuck in emotions or the water element. So this is kind of a theme that's coming up today, is like either connecting with the water element, letting go of too much water energy, really getting more grounded with water energy in some type of way. You know, so this is like just also not maybe seeing things clearly, because maybe emotionally we're very attached to maybe the way that something felt, but it's like, actually, was it really good for us, you know? So that's what this one's about. So I feel like you have some sitting to do, Queen, and maybe some clearing of emotions and energy, and I think meditation would be really good for you if you could take a day off and meditate, try to clear some of this energy and, you know, all of that. I understand that, Queen, I do. I do. And you know, sometimes like we can get hung up on somebody, and we can get really stuck on it, and a lot of times what you could do, so if you can call in the Angel of Clarity, that's an angel that I've been working with a lot, the Angel of Clarity. You can actually pray to the Angel of Clarity for help with something that you're really having difficulty having clarity on. And it really does work. I've really noticed effects when I pray to the Angel of Clarity, that people that I was sort of like, oh, should I be still talking to this person? And then I pray to the Angel of Clarity, and it's like, oh, that other person that I actually like more reached out to me, and you know, all of that. So definitely do some meditating, connect with yourself, self-care, try calling on the Angel of Clarity, and all of that should help. All right, so we're a really small group tonight. Let's see, is there anybody that I missed? Hilma Rose. Okay. So let's see. Hilma Rose, if you're still there, let me know. It's only showing that I have 2 people on. So, let's see where we're at. Yay, okay. All right, so let's see. What does Hilma Rose need to know right now? What does your heart need? That's a good one. What does your heart need? And then you got good one. Regeneration, number 46. So this is like, you could see that the tree, that there was some type of like volcanic activity, and that the tree is being reborn. It's regrowing itself out of the ashes. So this is like that death and rebirth card, but you're now entering a new phase where you're regenerating new life. Let's also pull from Angel Tarot here. And we also got 8 of Fire, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So this is very much like a new chapter in your life is now being initiated and birthed, and things might start moving more quickly than you think. So maybe this is relating to your, yeah, it's been a difficult day for me too. I've been very emotional and kind of all over the place. Haven't been feeling well. So I feel you, Hilma Rose, I do. And it's definitely, if you guys go back to the beginning, you can watch me talking about the new moon in Cancer and the solar eclipse and what that's all involving. It's a very emotional and kind of moody situation with all that energy. But yeah, I mean, this is a really good card, Hilma Rose. This is like you're starting a new chapter. There might not be leaves on it yet. There might be still some storminess under there, but it's growing and it's fresh growth. And it's saying that things might start moving more quickly now that you're deciding and you're stepping into this new chapter of your life. So that's what that's all about. Good cards. Okay, so who did I miss? Where are we at? Otherwise, I'm going to open this up for questions. Good. I like that. I claim that. Yeah, so you guys can play around with, I was doing it pretty effectively. I'm kind of dropped the ball recently, but playing around with affirmations like, I am claiming that tomorrow is a wonderful day. I am claiming that this is a productive day. I found that that's really powerful. You're welcome, Hilma Rose. And Hilma Rose, did you get what I was saying about the, if I'm doing those writing prompts for you, maybe I'm going to attempt to do them on the plane. So. Love that. So let's see. Did I miss anybody? If I did, comment. Otherwise, I'm going to open this up for just general spiritual questions or also prayer requests. I don't know if you know what I'm referring to, Hilma Rose, so feel free to... Oh yeah, I did send you the follow-up email from our session. So you have lots of goodies to digest there. The cards are there, the audio recording is there, as well as some additional notes. I kind of did a lot of extra typing for you, so take a look at that. I understand, Brandy, I do. So let's open this up for prayer requests. I'm gonna submit a prayer request this time. I would love to accept just peace and blessings for safe passage with my trip. I'll be traveling really far. I'll be on an airplane for a long time. So I have a 6-hour plane ride from here to Vancouver, and then another plane ride from Vancouver down to Australia, and that's 15 hours. And I will also be, with layovers and everything, traveling for almost 22 hours. Aw, thank you, Hilma Rose, I received that. So I will accept prayers and love and shielding. I'm definitely a super sensitive empath, so it's going to be a lot of energy absorption for me, but it's also going to be exciting. I love meeting new people. I love talking to people, so I'm excited. Thank you. Receiving. And like I said, I will be shifting up the Facebook Lives, so because of the time difference, I may not be doing the Facebook Live at this time. Not exactly sure what's gonna happen, but what I do know is that I'd like to do mini little travel vlogs. So I may be doing Facebook Live like intermittently, showing you guys different things from my travels. It's gonna be really fun. And I am packing 2 decks with me as long as they still fit. I'm still packing and stuff. If I can do card pulls for you guys, I will. I just have to kind of see how it works, you know, with the time zone and all that. It will not be in the same format as it is here, because I will not be here. So, you know, it may be that I'm somewhat taking a vacation from the traditional format of Facebook Lives for several weeks until I get back, and I'm okay with that. But I think that the travel vlogs are going to be way more fun and exciting to do anyway, so it's all good. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you for witnessing me. So we got a small group. I'm going to open this up again for prayer requests. If you have a prayer request, please feel free to type it, and we can witness you and send love. Let's see how we do. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Brandy, for the hearts. Thank you. You're so cute. I love you so much, sister. Yeah, so let's pray for prayers for Brandy and Hilma Rose for the changes they're going through and the strength and the courage to enact those changes. Lots of changes going on. There's changes going on in my life. Thank you so much, Queen. And I'm excited to be able to share with you guys from this part of the world that maybe some of you won't get access to. You'll get to see it through some of my travel vlogs on my Facebook Live. So maybe I'll even try to keep it consistent with Thursdays, although the day will be different, so I'll have to kind of finagle that. But it's probably not going to be like longer formats like this one is. It's going to be more intermittent, shorter ones. So thank you for the love. I love that the love is flowing. So what can I do for you guys before we wrap up this live? It's a bit of a shorter live. We have a smaller group, so feel free to vocalize if you guys have spiritual questions or just eclipse questions, all kinds of things. Crystal questions, shoot them at me. I'm drinking this. I saw this in Whole Foods and I was like, I need this. Black and blue. It is blackberries, blueberries, juiced blueberries, blackberries, or no, sorry, blueberries, blackcurrant juice, apples, and vitamin C. And I'm enjoying it very much. So I'm glad I bought it. It was pricey, but worth it. Just like that, Queen. So you would say, Hilma Rose. So you would say, Angel of Clarity, I need your help in achieving clarity about, insert whatever the situation is. I am taking crystals on my trip, Brandy. In fact, let me see if I can show you guys. Actually, it's right here. How funny. So this is one of my, I'm obsessed with these packing cubes. Oh my gosh, if you are going to travel, I highly recommend these packing cubes. I'm really obsessed with them. They come in different shapes, but basically they're like these little baggies, these zippered baggies, and you can put stuff in them and you can get like really organized with it. And it's also really nifty for organizing your clothes. So like I have different cubes of different shapes, different sizes, and they're sort of different categories of clothes. So like business professional, business casual, weekend, airport, etc. Yes, the packing cubes are amazing. Let me see if I have more. Some of them are already packed in my duffel bag, so I don't know if I'm gonna take those out. But this is one of them, and the others look like this, but just different sizes. They're really nifty, and the bigger ones actually have a handle on the top. So, oh wait, there's one over here I can show you guys. The bigger ones actually have handles on the top, so you can even just like grab them really quick. So this one is actually all of my like airport clothes. So it's really nifty because like you can roll the clothes, they fit snug in the packing cube. Then you can take the packing cubes and pack them in your luggage or your duffels, and it's like super organized. I'm in love. I started packing earlier this week and I realized that I was loving it so much with the cubes, so I actually ordered more. So I'm getting more tomorrow and I'll continue packing tomorrow. Hi Candace. Sure, I'd be happy to do that. Yes, you definitely are, Brandy. And what I'm planning to do, so my crystal situation, I had to make sacrifices because of course I can't take everything. But I'm going to be taking, this baggie is all grounding and protecting. So I've got black tourmaline in here. I have a nice chunk of raw garnet. And I have this black tourmaline blue kyanite tumbled stone that my sister Sandra Brown actually bought for me, so I'm really grateful for that. This is a really nice one here. So this will be good for throat chakra as well as being safe and protecting. I've got this nice garnet. So that's really helpful with anchoring you to the earth, helping you feel grounded and safe. And then I've got 2 raw chunks of black tourmaline, as well as 2 towers of black tourmaline. So probably what I'm gonna do is when I get there, I'm gonna put these towers on either side of the door frame on the floor, because that will help clear the energy of like when I enter the home and things like that. And then these, I may either grid with these in some way in the home or maybe put them by the bed. But it's good to have black tourmaline to do gridding work with, especially when you're traveling. This room that I'm in is gridded, my bed is gridded, I'm always gridding stuff. So I've got a baggie with grounding and protecting. I've got a baggie with various stones for chakra clearing. So this has red calcite, green calcite, a mini orange calcite with thanks to my sister Sandra Brown again. And then I've got a fairy quartz here that's yellow. I have a yellow obsidian and I have an angelite. So this is going to be nice support for root, heart, solar plexus, and throat, which are the main ones I'm going to need for the trip and the work that I'm doing. I feel like I'm going to need a lot of solar plexus because I'm going to be working on the trip, and I'm going to be it's a major theme is balancing work and play, right? Because I will be starting a new job, I'll be doing my training there, so I'll be working during the day and then exploring night and weekends. So I feel like balancing work and play is going to be important. Then I've got 2 crystals here. These go with the 2 decks that I'm bringing. So I've decided the 2 decks that made the cut to come with me are going to be fairies and dragons. That's who I've decided on. Of course, all of this is subjective to still fitting in my luggage because, right? So fun, Brandy, right? Because if there's no room, like I'll have to take it out. But that's the plan. And then I've actually got, I would love to still pack these 2 other calcites as well as a small desert rose selenite to make up a little Mother Mary altar. I've got 2 more ideas of mini things. So thank you for that, love queen. Yeah, so I'd really like to have, we'll see kind of how space works out, but I'll show you guys that. So Mother Mary is my patron ascended master for the year. She's been really important to me all year in creating shifts and changes in my life. And this is my altar card for Mother Mary. So I keep her right by my desk in front of this really beautiful blue agate. And I sometimes change up the stones that are in front of her, but lately I've had, I don't want to share all my magical secrets. Thank you, Brandy. But yeah, lately I've had desert rose selenite. I've had a honey calcite there and a blue calcite, so I'd really like to actually, in fact I might pack these now. I'd really like to pack that as part of the Mother Mary altar. And then, so I'm basically just packing, like, as far as spiritual tools, I'm taking 2 sticks of Palo Santo, I'm taking 2 card decks, I'm taking a small baggie of different grounding and protecting crystals, small baggie of chakra clearing crystals, and then a small setup to do a mini Mother Mary altar since she's my ascended master, and a small setup to do a prosperity altar with my Mega Money perfume and a Palo Santo elephant I may also try and sneak in a mortal who I associate with Mother Mary. So I know it sounds like a lot, but it actually all fits in here. So, because these are teeny tools, some of them. But yeah, that's how you do. So it's sort of like taking your ideas, like taking your altars and miniaturizing them. So maybe I'll get really good at this, since hopefully I'll be traveling again in different ways in my life. So yes, so those are the crystals I'm bringing. So right, so good, Brandy. All right, so Candace, I will pull cards for you. I stopped pulling cards already, but I'll pull for you, and you'll be my last for the night. Unless you get, I'm still open to doing spiritual questions though. So Candace, what does Candace need to know right now? You got early night, which means rest. That's been a theme that's been coming up this live. What does Candace need to know right now? Okay, then you got number 6, not for you, from Wisdom of the Oracle. So this is saying, like, you know what, fortune is not on your side with this person or situation. So this is a clear message of like, move course, change direction. And then you've also got Awakening, Archangel Gabriel, which is look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So you can call on Archangel Gabriel for help with communicating with other people or yourself. There's some type of new way you need to look at this situation. Maybe you're not seeing it clearly. And you also have number 4, the Emperor, Archangel Michael. So this is like, let's bring some structure and some order into your life. Maybe working with very structured stones could be really good for you right now, or even bringing in like the metal element in some type of way. Let's bring in some structure so that you can feel safe to kind of look at things in this new way and really let go of that person or situation that's maybe not serving you. Good cards. So I'm going to open this up. If you guys have any more spiritual questions or prayer requests, let's open this space up for that. And like I said, guys, you can go back to the beginning of this video and watch what I said about the new moon in Cancer as well as the partial solar eclipse. And in addition, the format of my Facebook Lives, I'm glad, Candace, format of these Facebook Lives will be different when I'm away for the next 4 weeks. But I will be doing miniature little travel vlogs, and it's going to be Facebook Live. So you guys can, if you catch them, you can comment and all of that. So that'll be really fun. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. So. So I'm just looking to see if you guys have questions or prayer requests. Thank you so much. I'm definitely open to receiving prayers. Yes, and I'm excited to do the travel vlogs for you guys on live so I can chat with you and I can show you things. I think it's going to be super fun. Thank you. They're from Sage Goddess, actually. They're really nice. I'm probably going to pack these earrings, I think. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the bracelets, earrings, necklaces portion of my packing, but that's coming. Yes, SG earrings. Right now what's packed is a lot of clothes. Oh, she has BOGO. Don't tell me this because I can't. But maybe some other time that it's BOGO. But yes. Ooh, I like that. That's good. I cannot partake at this time, but I'm sending love to anybody that is, and I hope that they have a good experience. So do you guys have any spiritual questions about the eclipses or energy or angels? Any questions at all? I'm happy to field. You know what, Candace? You just reminded me. Literally, that comment is divinely timed because I was thinking today that I need to dig it back up and I forgot. So as soon as this live ends, I'm actually going to go do that. And you just reminded me. So thank you so very much because I needed exactly that reminder. So thank you for the love hearts, Brandy. I needed that, Candace. Thank you. Yes, after this I will. I honestly would have forgotten had you not reminded me, so that was divine timing. Because it came to me in meditation today that, along with several other things, that it would be good for me to get it. And then I forgot. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and just overall, I mean, you keep repeatedly saying the numbers 3, 6, and 9. What is the universe trying to tell me? So Queen, so 3 is associated with Ascended Masters. 6, if I'm remembering correctly, is material possessions. I'm not as familiar with 6, but I want to say it's material possessions. 9 is related to karma and endings and beginnings. So the way I would interpret that is you're definitely going through a cycle where you're letting go of things, maybe related to your ex. You're acknowledging the letting go of your ex, and I think that it would be important for you to start working with the Ascended Masters, calling on angels and Ascended Masters to help support you with that process. And maybe this is for your highest good because your material and your financial situation might start to improve because you're letting go of that. So that was a pretty good interpretation from just 3 numbers. Yes, Candace, actually we started texting again, but I don't really know if it's the best for me, so I'm still sort of sorting that out. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful, Queen, and like I said, everybody, you can go back and watch from the beginning. And just in general, this new moon in Cancer, it's okay if you're lethargic or tired, you need more rest. Cancer is about self-care. I know. And you know, eclipses bring lots of change. So I'm embarking on some major changes in my life, which I think are much needed. A lot of people are probably on the verge of making, you know, decisions and changes in their life. So, you know, just be compassionate with yourself as these changes are happening. Thank you, Queen. I receive that. I receive that very much. I love the emojis, Candace. Yeah, so if you guys have any spiritual questions, I'm happy to field them, prayer requests as well. Otherwise, probably going to wrap up this live. Also, if you guys have just like nutrition or health questions, I'm happy to answer that too. Thank you, Brandy. Alright guys, well it seems like we're pretty quiet tonight, so I'm going to end the session here. I'm sending everybody so much love and light. Thank you, and the next time I see you, I will be in some location that's not here. So I'm excited to show you guys that from that perspective, and I hope everybody has a very good new moon and a solar eclipse experience. I know, right, Brandy? And like I said, I will be sending out the new moon report newsletter at some point, if not tonight, in the coming days. So be on the lookout in your inboxes for that. And I usually do post to social media like Instagram and Facebook when I do share the new report. And if you're not on my email list for that, make sure that you are. They're free. You do a single card pull and an audio recorded message about the moon as well as I share business updates, I advertise things, and I also do a channeled message from fairy energy, which is usually in the form of poetry. So, thank you so very much. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Thank you for the love and the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them. Love them. I could watch these love hearts and these likes all day. I think that's all you, Brandy. I love you so much, sister. So cute. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I received that. I was in a very long-term phase of not receiving, so all these changes are much needed. I'm really ready to start a new chapter in my life, and I know that this is the beginning of that. And travel always changes me. Every time I've traveled, it's always really affected me in some type of way. So I'm excited for that. Yes, I do need to do that, Candace. Okay, much love, everyone. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining my live. Blessings, everybody. Bye-bye.